We're back in Huntingburg with a victorious Mayor, Denny. You got a lot of good things going with your recovery here with this.
Well, it was a very exciting morning today to make the announcement for Hunters Crossing subdivision, which is part of our Stellar Communities program. It addresses the need for workforce housing in Du Bois County and in Huntingburg. And I think that this is, as we revealed this morning, we've got tremendous partners in this project. Box Girl LLC will be the developer of the site, and Jago Homes will be the builder of all the homes as well. And these two very trusted partners, experienced in what they're doing, and are very committed to being part of Huntingburg. They see this need, and they see what the future can hold for this type of development. I want to be very clear to the public that this is the very start of the process. Nothing has been finalized. The actual process begins this evening. While we had the news conference this morning, was to prepare for a Plan Commission meeting tonight, where the Plan Commission will begin the reviewing process with Jago Homes, with Boxer Girl LLC, and work through this plan so it's a project that all of us can be very proud of and happy with. And we are very excited as part of this project as well, in addition to the homes. Boxer Girl, Jane Hendrickson, was committed from day one to meet a long-term need in the city of Huntingburg, and that was for a park on our city's north side. And this development will have a city park. It'll be developed into something that is used by not only the residents of the subdivision, but any resident from the north side, any resident of Huntingburg, but focused on the north side, because that's a long-term need that needed to be met. And I'm just very grateful to all our partners that they saw that as well and wanted to make it part of their plan.
Did you expect to get 147 new lots when you discussed this?
I think that was a little bit surprising. We thought we were in the range of around 100 or so, but because of the work that the engineering firms, Nykirk Engineering, has laid it out. And the important thing to remember here is the homes are in a range that start in that $150,000 range, where it's true workforce housing. The folks that are doing the work in our industries here will be able to afford this type of a property, but also there's room for larger homes as well. So we're not going to be exclusive to any one particular market. It'll touch different markets, and I just think it's going to be something that will be a very significant impact on our community in a lot of ways. It meets the need for the housing, but it also is done within the city corporation, which has a tremendous impact on our tax base. All this development's going inside our city, which is dollars that are going to be invested and have a real return when it comes to impact on our local taxes. It'll help us with our utilities. It'll just be a project that'll allow Huntingburg to have some real sustained growth for several years to come.
There were two other key parts. I'll touch on both of those. But first off, how important was it to have the park there?
Oh yeah, the park is just one of the key items, because I think one of the first thing we heard 3 years ago as part of our Stellar process was that there was a need for a north side park, and again, the fact that we mentioned that in our very first meeting with Jane and Boxer Girl, that a need for a park on the north side, and they were willing to accommodate that, make that part of their plans, and that's where the city's investment in this comes in. The only investment the city has in this is to build the street that connects Chestnut Street to the new park. Once that is constructed, the rest of that development will be done in the traditional development way by the developers. Owning the streets coming off of that will be their responsibility. And I think it's just a great partnership to provide that park and to provide a new way to really address the needs of our north side.
Okay, and then the second point, we'll wrap up with this. There's a southern connection to your railroad overpass. That's key too.
Right. Eventually, as this process goes through, and the development will start on the north end and move south, kind of coordinating with the development of the railroad overpass. Once the railroad overpass is in place and this development continues to move to the south, there will be connections off of that extension of 14th Street to allow access into the property well. And that's Hunters Crossing was a kind of a name that we all agreed on by the fact that it does pay some homage to the tradition of Huntingburg. Colonel Geiger came here as a place to hunt. Huntingburg Happy Hunters was our school name, and when it was Huntingburg High School, so the Hunters is there. The crossing is, when we get this all completed, it will tie to the crossing that goes over the railroad tracks, which is another great opportunity for us. So it just seems everything has come together well, and we've got some tremendous partners, and we want the community to be involved in this and to keep track of this, and we look forward to having a very successful project in the near future.
The beginning of a stellar city like no other.
Absolutely. Just a step, project 9.2, I believe. So another one we can put a check mark on that's underway.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you.
That's been Monday with the Mayor for this week. We'll be back after this.